How are things staying with injuries you going here?
Yeah, so everybody will practice today, and some in a limited role, but we'll see where they, where they go from individual team. But they're all practicing today.
What do you think protocol?
He's got the last deal, but he, all signs are pointing he'll be fine. He's full practice today, so pads, full practice.
I don't think we asked you about DJ's injury, DJ Davidson. Did you have any issue with how that happened?
Look, football happens, and you hate to see anybody get hurt. Competitive game, particularly inside the trenches. So he's doing better, but he'll be a limited guy today too.
What does it mean that Saquon is able to get back on the field, and what do you kind of expect from him at this point, given the injury?
We're going to put him out here, go through some individual stuff, let him roll around, run around, and see how he does. But again, making progress. I think this is a good evaluation today in pads to see where he's at.
Is DJ's shoulder or his elbow? Or
Elbow.
Elbow.
Yep.
Does it feel like it's been as long since you've played between these two games as it seems like on the outside?
Yeah, it's always, when you play on a Thursday, there's always a few more days, but looking forward to get back out here.
Is the way the season has gone, I mean, you have not had a normal week, Sunday to Sunday. You've got Thursday, Sunday, Monday, Is it challenging it's not an excuse, but is it more challenging to just keep all the ducks in order?
No, I mean, you get the schedule early, so you do your best to plan. You make adjustments throughout it, and, whenever they are, that's when they are. We do our best to get ready to play.
Dave, you've gone against Pete Carroll's defenses before. What's the challenge that he presents? They always seem to start off slow beginning of the year and then they get it going.
Yeah, I have a tremendous amount of respect for Coach Carroll. He's been a head coach at 3 different spots in this league. I think he only has 4 losing seasons in almost 20 years. 6-10, I believe, in '94 with the Jets. Didn't have a losing season at the Patriots, and just a few with the Seahawks. And then obviously what he did at USC and how his players play. I think he's been at Seattle for quite some time, 13 years, I believe. Has a great culture. Players play hard. They understand the system. There's a lot of continuity there. Some of the coordinators, he's had different ones like Quinn and those guys, but tremendous leader. Does a great job in his organization. His defenses play fast. They're disruptive. He's won a lot of football games, done this a long time, so tremendous amount of respect for him and how he runs his football team.
In that same regard, how much respect do you have for what Gino did last year and just, nobody saw that coming?
Yeah, he's done a great job this year too. He does a great job understanding Coach Waldron's offense. Has good skill players around him, gets him the ball, makes good decisions with the ball. He's only got 1 turnover this year. They don't have any fumbles, one of 3 teams not to have any fumbles. Has good leadership about him, you can tell. He's done a heck of a job.
Dave, can I ask you about 2 players, one on offense, one on defense? On offense, Kenneth Walker, can you talk about the challenge he presents?
Yeah, he's a heck of a running back. Obviously at Michigan State there, transfer in there, but as productive as many backs don't have the production that he had and what he did for that program. And he's a tough runner. He can catch the ball out of the backfield, but he can run with power. He can cut back. He has really good vision. He's an outstanding football player. He's a great back. He's one of those backs that you give him the ball, he's always making some type of yards, which is important for a running back to do when you handle the ball. He's done a really good job.
And then on defense, there's a report that they are getting Jamal Adams back. How does his presence change what they do on defense?
Well, obviously another very good player. Went to a good college. Was good at the Jets. Downhill player, can play in the box, makes a lot of tackles, very physical. Where they play, whether it's Diggs, Love, or him, and he's back, and they have 3 guys out there, and they decide to do something with him versus the other guys. That'll be something that, we'll have to see as the game goes on. But tough, smart, headsy player, make a lot of tackles, can be very disruptive, particularly if they, bring him up, whether it's off the pressure, off the slot, whether he plays in the back end. Another good player.
Dave, with the idea of starting fast or starting slow, I mean, the players have really lamented slow starts, really going back to last year.
Yeah.
Is there anything tangible that you guys can plan for or coach up to change that?
Yeah, that's something you talk about, whether it's during the season and the off season. It was certainly a point of emphasis. We got to do a good job of putting them in good positions, and we got to go out there and execute. And whether that's third downs early on or negative plays, or on both sides, we have to do a good job of really controlling the game on early downs, so we get some advantage on whether we skip third downs or have shorter third downs.
Everybody from you to Joe Shane to I think even John Maris said in the offseason, like, rushing defense was a big point of emphasis to correct. You guys have allowed the fourth most rushing yards. How much does that need to change right now?
Yeah, we're obviously put a point of emphasis on that too, but that's a collective, that's a team thing too. You got to be able to start fast and try to control the game as well, so that you don't get so far behind and one team can run it on you or you go away from the run game. That's a collective thing that we all can do better.
What does Julian Love bring to a defense, and how much, I don't say miss him, but like, was it tough to see him go?
Yeah, certainly. I think anytime you have players that you have a lot of respect for, those decisions have to come up. It's between the club and the player, and you got to make decisions that works best for, say, both parties. Tremendous player, tremendous person. Wish him well, just not this week.